Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long while since I've created any videos. Basically, I was traveling around Europe for work for the past month, and now that I'm back, I'm super happy to be creating new travel content for you guys this summer. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you some of the outfits that I normally wear during summer in Switzerland, as well as some personal items that I will bring along for my usual trips when I'm going around in Switzerland or to other parts of Europe. I hope this will give you some inspiration so that you'll be better prepared when it comes to your packing. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ali and I've been living in Switzerland since 2019, and this channel is where I share all about life and travels in Switzerland. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and without further ado, let's get going. First up on the list, we have your usual tank tops and your t-shirts. So I think for my audience back in Southeast Asia like Singapore, Indonesia and Philippines, you'll be glad to know that you don't really have to buy new items for your wardrobe when it comes to traveling during summer, because most of the stuff that you're wearing back in your tropical climate would already work. So I have a lot of sleeveless tank tops and also some crop tops. I think the key thing is to keep them lightweight so you don't feel so suffocating. For winter and autumn packing, I give the advice to keep your tops basic, but I would differ a little bit for summer because I think summertime is really when you can play around with colors, and for tops, I try to keep them more colorful so that it looks nice against your backdrop when it comes to taking pictures. And also another tip I have is to layer it, not just bring like sleeveless tops, but also bring along some linen shirts, as long as the fabric is breathable. So there are days where it's really like the sun rays is very strong and you also want to be covered, then a good lightweight t-shirt that you can add on top of your sleeveless top would work well as a combination. So for tops, I think for a typical 1 week in Switzerland, I think you should go no lesser than 5 to 6 tops. Whereas in autumn, it's possible to like rewear some of your clothing. You just need to air them and then they would be fine. But I think in summer, where the weather is so hot and you're probably going to sweat a lot, you don't want to be repeating your top the next day. So I think it's safe to bring a few more clothing, but just to try to keep them as lightweight as possible, nothing that is too bulky. For bottoms, I think summertime is the best time to be wearing shorts because they are just more breathable for the legs. And lately, I tend to prefer tops that are not too short. I try to keep my shorts that are at least like knee-length level. They just look a bit more sophisticated and more chic. So here I have this white linen shorts, which I think is also very breathable and lightweight. And also I like to wear like, what is it called, like chinos? Is it called chinos right now? I'm not sure. It's just very wide leg and airy, so it's also quite comfortable and quite cooling when you're outside. I wouldn't want to be wearing skinny jeans or anything that is too tight because you just sweat a lot during summer. And also maybe just a pair of blue jeans just to keep your outfit casual. For dresses, I will maybe bring a statement dress to just keep just to save it for some special occasions, or when you're going out to a really nice dinner place, you want to be wearing some nice dresses. I'll bring about 2 to 3 pieces. I like to keep my dresses colorful or floral, so that's just my personal style, but of course you may have other differing styles. For dresses, I have this yellow summer dress that I find it really super nice. I wore it last year when I went to Italy and it looks really good on my pictures. I also have another floral dress that is very Parisian with this like red. It's a red dress with florals and I really like it a lot. And finally, I recently got this purchase. It's a knit dress from Massimo Dutti, and I think it looks quite nice because I've gotten quite tanned lately and it looks nice against my skin tone. For outerwear, I think it's essential to bring a few outerwear like jackets, just to keep against the wind, especially if you're going up to the mountains. Sometimes it can be quite cold at high altitudes. So for this, I would suggest not bringing anything that is too thick like a winter jacket, but your normal windbreaker or even like a rain jacket would work quite well. So here I have this Adidas jacket which helps to keep out the wind. And also for your day out in the city, sometimes after it gets dark and the sun has set, it tends to be quite cold, so having a denim jacket along with you also would be quite handy. For shoes, I recommend bringing no more than 3 pairs of shoes. Essentially what you would just need would be a good pair of sports shoes or sneakers for your regular walking and hiking in the mountains. The second pair I will bring for ladies would probably be a good nice pair of sandals. So here I have my sandals that I got recently from Spain, and it's just a nice pair to match along with my dressier outfits. And then finally, maybe a good pair of flip-flops. This will come in handy when you're, going to the buddies, going to the lakes, or when you're, just walking about in your apartment, because sometimes they don't provide you with sleepers in your Airbnbs. They only have it in hotels, and you don't want me to walking barefoot. I don't like the feeling of walking barefoot at home. So maybe just a good pair of flip-flops or sandals just for to walk within your apartment. At least that's my personal preference. Now for the next section, let's talk about accessories and other miscellaneous items. Out of all the things that you must not forget, the three most essential items would be a cap, your sunglasses, and SPF. So the sun rays here in Switzerland is especially strong, especially when you're at higher altitude. So it's really important that you get good sunscreen, minimally a SPF 50, so that way your skin is well guarded against the sun. And also, of course, your sunglasses, so that way when you're up in the mountains, you don't get, struck by the sun rays. It can be really strong. Finally, a good cap. In the past, I like to bring like those straw hats because they look prettier. But after that, I realized that they're not very practical when it comes to packing, because if you put them inside your luggage, then they all get squashed up and you kind of like destroy the shape. So I don't want to be bringing like my expensive straw hats. If you want maybe just a regular one, nothing that's too crazy expensive, then so you don't feel that heart pain when they're all crumpled up. Otherwise, I think this sort of cap would just work well, and it's just easier for you to toss it inside your day bag. Also, during summertime, I find that a lot of people are very prone to like heat rashes or eczema. At least for my case, I tend to have like very bad heat rashes, or some people are also allergic to dust, or especially during summertime. So I feel that it's essential to bring things like baby wipes or wet wipes just to maybe clean yourself after a long sweaty day out. And if you have sensitive skin, aside from your medication, I think it's also important to maybe bring like those kind of like intense body moisturizer or those cream just to put against your skin, so it prevents the flare-ups. So for me, this is the one that I use all the time. It's called Sue Balm, and it's actually formulated by the National Skin Center in Singapore. This is so helpful because it's very cooling, and it helps to just relieve myself when I have like very bad eczema. To stave off the heat, I think it's very helpful to have some fans to bring along with you inside your day bag. I think a lot of you may not know about this, but most of the hotels in Switzerland do not have air conditioning, and the same goes for your public transportations on the trains and on the buses. So it can be quite hot and stuffy when you're outdoors. So I think it'll be quite helpful to have something just to give you some wind, or otherwise even better if you have those electric fan that would be so much more cooling. Also, great items to bring for those of you that are thinking of having outdoor picnics would be this sort of reusable utensils. I think it's called sporks. Sporks, yeah. So if you were to buy your food from supermarkets to eat outside, you need to pay for your fork and spoon. I think it's about either 50 cents to 1 franc. So why not, if you already have these at home, to bring it along with you so you don't waste your money on this sort of unessential items. So I did all the filming, and then I changed out of all my clothes, and then I realized I forgot to do the outro. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. So that's all I have for my summer packing for Switzerland. I hope that you found this video useful, and if you have any further comments down below on what you would normally pack for your summer trip, make sure you leave a comment down below. It'll be great to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.